Holy Spirit, what does the Divine wish to share with the collective this morning? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot. Naturally, I'll be sharing a channeled message for you that's also going to be blended with the tarot to clarify, to bring clarity. We're in Saturn Retrograde. So Saturn's good influence is being able to go over and secure the same old territory. But now it's retrograde. It's going backwards. But Saturn's pretty important this morning for the collective consciousness to grow and move forward for your highest good. I trust there's some information tucked away for you in here. That's why you were attracted to this video or this title. And this channel, this information is timeless. It's for entertainment purposes only. We're really not for children, for 18 and up. Maybe this was the perfect place, a time between time and space, a magical place, so that we can squeeze this reading into a future higher timeline for you to move into, and you're pleased about it. Oh, this morning, you know what? A lot of that heavy, thick energy that we've been going through, oh my goodness. That's what it is. Saturn was going retrograde. So Saturn is retrograde. And you just dented the narcissistic for being a petty little tallywhacker. Congratulations, collective. Especially you, miss. The Divine Feminine. Oh, you all up in it this morning now then. For some of you, now that we're in retrograde, miss, I'm talking to the Divine Feminine. The one that your Divine Masculine went a little wonky on you. And I'm telling you, if you will allow him, he's got to straighten this out. And you're going to give him all the time he needs to. Because if he doesn't, you're going to take this transit in Saturn retrograde. And you're going to think. And you're going to make the best decision for yourself, miss. Now, I'm not sure though, miss, if you don't, what they're showing me this morning is you pretty much have attracted, if you don't already have a new love, it's a coming. And so during this Saturn retrograde, you really have to go inward and you have to decide. Is this Divine Masculine who, I mean, he hurt you, hon. I mean, he did some despicable things that he was going backwards. To be a divine, going from a Divine Masculine to just a masculine. A scrub. Right? So, I'm so proud of the inner work that you're doing. That was on the Divine Feminine side. On the Divine Masculine side, hello, my Divine Masculines. Well, you've completed your way of healing forward. So me being able to take all this in during my meditation, thank you, Holy Spirit. I do owe you both, my Divine Feminine, my Divine Masculine. I owe you the respect and the gratitude for this day, for being here with me. I'm so happy you took your power back. Congratulations. Now then. Today I feel someone, oh my goodness. Today I feel that someone is in a toxic relationship. Now this could be at work or this could be, private in your private life, your home life. This could be a boss and coworkers. This could be, family getting together for a wedding or something, or planning a wedding or something. And this turned into a humiliation ritual. And I'm pretty sure my Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine Either way, you figured this out. You've seen this before. They will try to get an authority figure. That could be your grandfather or whoever in the family has the tallest checkbook that people gravitate towards when they're in trouble. Okay, they're trying to make you look bad, so it doesn't go well for them. They're trying to get grandpa pissed off at you, or your boss, let's say, or maybe it's your business partner and your equals in front of an authority figure, like a banker or a loan manager or something at the credit union, that you need money for the business, and they decide they want to get that person pissed at you, and it blows back terrifically. It's plain for all to see that while throwing you under a bus and devaluing you, that it's done to minimize the impact of the threat of this narcissistic's ego or their self-worth. And it's done to hurt you, to shore up that fake poser's mask, to seal their toxic deal. And you just dented, and you did this with impunity, and you exposed the narcissist for being a petty little tallywhacker. So, with Saturn retrograde now, you have until November 27th to do some reflecting. Saturn went retrograde on July 13th. That's what this energy is. But with it came out quite the energy shift. You could feel that too, the being antsy, anxious, like, why am I so restless? That was Saturn going from direct, close to the planet, to moving away from the Earth now. That's when it goes retrograde. And it went from Aries, and it's going back into Pisces, where it's going to remain until February of 2026. But on September the 1st, listen up, my divine feminines, my divine masculines. Saturn will slip back into your 7th house collective of relationships, going over old contracts, maybe with your business partner. Maybe grandpa has to fix his will, but also old soul contracts. Karmic contracts will be completed, but old soul contracts are reviewed. And September 1st, y'all get to deal with your exes. Oh boy. Once Saturn goes direct, though, that long drawn out period of introspection and reflection that you're going to enjoy, we're going to, you can reach some closure. So for the endurance, you should consider using all of the thoughts that are bouncing around you want to do this, want to do that. Get them into a priority. They're bouncing about. They need to gel, and you need to put them to action. Now, dirty trick backfires. That's what I'm telling you. The narcissistic, a difficult one, is clearly cut off. That's what I mean, miss. I think either you don't have a new person yet, and you're just doing yourself, or you're doing yourself and you've been introduced to a new person that's a new beginning. So the narcissistic are out in the cold, but he's your divine masculine that's backsliding. He's trying to be shrewd, but you're not buying it. Yes or no? Who is your master manipulator, your evil puppeteer? You have to ask yourself that, miss. Is your divine masculine? Is he going to be like this always? Or is he going to get his act together? Oh, I also got radiant star seed energy. Some of you are galactic angels and star seeds. And for the narcissistic, for this transit in Saturn, they have to sit so hard and long and look at getting their karma, because Saturn is karma. The planet Saturn is karma. So karma is going to be kind of slowed down, you guys. Oh no, they're never going to get their karma. Yeah, they will. But you're going to watch them slowly dissolve first because Saturn's retrograde. The obsessed lover and their lover conspired to harm a divine chosen one in training, miss. This is your divine masculine and that woman. Again, you switch those energies around them, reading energy. They live in some kind of fantasy, those two. Somebody evil-minded and childish won't stop doing something evil. That's what I mean, miss. If you are, this is the person that you know you're not going to be with because that relationship is not good for anybody. And it's time. Saturn retrograde will help you. It will help you decide how to cut those cords. Loves to sleep around. That's the woman. So far, miss, kind of like that wouldn't matter to you. It's just her. Your divine masculine is not dropping his little self anyway like a lawn sprinkler all over the neighborhood. Got it? That would be your narcissist. For the rest of you in the collective, I'm talking about your dyed-in-the-wool narcissist. Loves to sleep around. But you, miss, your divine masculine, nope, this was his only fault here. Other than that, even if you, what about this girl and that girl before when we first met? Nope. I only have eyes for you. Spirit decides they went too far and the universe is making them pay. But your angels and ancestors are guarding against any level of double cross. Especially, miss, if your divine masculine knows you've got another person that you're probably going to go to, he isn't just going to act out more. Then you go do that new person right. You prioritize that new person. And you leave your divine masculine. He's either going to go move forward and heal himself because you can't heal him, or he's going to keep going backwards and you will not definitively have anything to do with him. Right now, you are spiritually protected, but so is he. So it could be that you're just made to watch because he's being taught a lesson to grow his soul, your divine masculine. Good people and partnerships, those meant to sit at the table and be seated at the table with you. This is a table that the divine, that spirit has set for you, the Most High. Your authentic formula for your own success through your divine powers. You give something back to the divine spiritually. It's what you do. I love you for that. I'm so honored that you come spend time with me. Perfection. There's no such thing as spiritual perfection. You keep trying to strive to do more good. And being your most authentic self helps you, the step ladder, to go up that every rung on that ladder until you more and more every day. Until 20, 30, 40 years from now. You are like the perfect mirror. You're the perfect spitting image of your higher self. Got it? That's what you want to do. That's your goal. Self-patience. 777. I'm thank you, Holy Spirit. Karmic lesson. This is a game changer. What? This divine masculine. And again, it could be a feminine that's got a real strong masculine energy, but she's feminine. So she's got power of a man. This is a game changer for good or bad. You're just going to have to see third party situation. Spiritual eyes. You're seen as an earth angel by this new person, miss. Or sir. You're an enlightened priestess. You're an enlightened being. You're spiritually connected. You have exalted yourself with your self-love to almost in your own skin to a point of supernatural healing yourself. I'm so proud of you. And you're enlightened by that peace that you hold inside. Some of you are getting Christian messages. Some of you are prayer warriors. Welcome to my channel. Good on you. You need to spread that smile. My divine feminine. Tact, that's you. Fine intuition. Good balance. Good balance between reason and your emotions. You're just emotionally stable. Right now, we don't care what Saturn going retrograde is. You're doing well. This is God who supports God's universe. You are blessed with fortune and fame, divine fulfillment of any prayer request today. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I think that's a Two of Pentacles. Is that what you're showing me? Okay. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Wish fulfilled. Personal prayer answered. Now I'm telling you, your divine masculine and that woman are in a hot, messy free-for-all. They keep fighting like cats and dogs. Just almost vicious about really wanting to hurt each other at this point. Let them, miss, you just go off and do your, or sir, y'all just go off and do yourself. And miss, you see a narcissistic lover and their poser phony friends who this is their entertainment value. Used to be you, them all going after you. Now their poser phony friends think it's pretty funny that your divine masculine is eyeballs deep in trouble with this. She decided she was in love with him and that no matter where you stood, you meant nothing to her, miss. She found herself a man. Even if she had to steal it from someone else, she just figured she finally got herself a man. Again, I could be talking to you, sir. This is unlike, you switch it around, those energies. This is unlike anything their humans could cook up without divine orchestration. This is you, mosey on over here, learning about yourself and attracting to you this new person that just came out of nowhere. This is a love of comfort which does not interfere with your activities, you two. Again, they keep showing me. Let's see a show of hands. Leave me a comment if y'all sense this energy shift. Are you seeing the number 777777777 all over the place? 777, triple potent spiritual number. It also means power of love to the seventh power. Out of their depth, those two, they can't stop you from moving forward. See, when he goes back to her to manipulate her, when collective is really going to walk away from me and I'm a divine masculine. You're not so divine if you're doing things to her. The toxic elevator doesn't go to the top floor, period. I told you her energy's just all over the place. She's scattered, just cray. Your life purpose, that places you on your square. These two are trying to knock you down, grind you into dust. Got it? But you're not going to do that. You're in your most authentic self, and you can see what these two are up to. Like you head them off at the pass. You're not waiting for the cavalry. You're your own cavalry. You arrive for yourself. Me, myself, and I know what we are going to do. Sick-minded keep fantasizing about being sneaky as hell. They should just stop. Just stop and leave you alone. Ease of accomplishment for you. They can't stand that. Now with this new person, miss, that you're attracting to you, that's your loving heart's energies because you have complete self-love and you've kicked in the law of attraction. So our loving heart's energies resonate. It's like you have been together in more than one lifetime once you do meet, once your eyes meet and see that your eyes, your throat chakra, and your heart chakra are in alignment and you just met 15 seconds ago, that feels pretty great. And it's not, oh, this can't be right. This doesn't feel right. It's not that, where it's not. Before, when this would happen too fast, it wasn't in alignment. Again, you're going to be asked by your spirit team, are you in or out? Yes or no? They'll let you take your time. You prioritize your needs and yourself. Appreciation of your own worth. You know your own worth. I love you for that. You give yourself a break. No more self-judgment. That is not a self-care practice. That is you harming yourself. Don't do it. Toxic make a grave error. You're given control over negative intentions of these toxic people by doing yourself. And they keep trying to let that negativity slipping in there, seeping in there. A false friend did too sleep with someone else's man or yours. I don't know who that one's for. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Somebody left karmic or distorted feminine behind. And then when you aren't doing exactly what he expects you to by manipulating you, he runs back to her, love bombs her, hoovers her in and love bombs her, and then they plan and scheme on how they're going to knock you off your square. Toxic knows that they need to move toward emotional maturity. That's your divine masculine. He knows that in order to transcend, but he keeps chickening out again and he goes back to her. But they are fighting like cats and dogs. You bathe in recollections of treasured time, tending to vivacious kinds of self-love, and then you attract this person. And I got a frog in my throat, I'm sorry. Emotional outburst comes at you in the future. And then you decide when you have to cross that bridge. Don't you worry about it now until it happens. Toxic presage violent consequences unless they're in jail. That's spiritual jail. Or unless they change themselves. You know, he has a shot with you, and so do you. If he straightens himself out, but you're not doing it. The karmic is spinning out. She's just spinning like a top. Now then, hold on. I know you gave me. Let me get over here. Let me get over here. How you doing? How you doing? Now then, these are my notes for my meditation. I saw a castle and I saw an anchor. So the castle is, those two blended would be you anchoring your desires. You figuring out exactly what's going to make you happy. And if a person is there with you, how are you all going to communicate and get along? Or you're not doing it. Some of you are done with love. You're like, no, Auntie. Well, wait until it comes to you. Don't you make that decision. Don't you just throw that love away. Don't you do it. Now then, you discovered your toxic, narcissistically inclined curse themselves. Because they did. Those two. Their inner and outer demons lied to them. This is your divine masculine. They lied to him. He's just turning up his little inner demons and trying to blame it on you. It's like, no, that's your doing. Tried to curse you. You're an earth angel. So your toxic avenger, he kicked her out of his house. That would be his heart, his brain, actually. Is this your divine masculine, or this is your narcissist that you left? You're not doing it anymore. Once he told her he wants her to be a toothless old drab, that she deserved to be homeless. Sound familiar? Isn't this what has been directed at you how many times? Exactly the same way. Cursed himself. And once you're gone, it's kind of going to be lights out for your toxic. They're going to be very upset. Lights Out was a radio show that scared the dickens out of our parents. It was on a radio. There's no TV then. Yeah. It scared the Beetlejuice out of the listeners. Kind of like the Twilight Zone. That used to be a radio program first, before Rod Serling, I bet, turned it into. Now, for the tarot, this is the first card. Let's see. No, this is the first card. I'm sorry. Gravity works. Okay, now, we made it through that new deck, this crow deck. We made it through. Congratulations, we made it through the whole deck. This is your divine masculine. This is the Ten of Swords. Feeling betrayed. Well, so did you. That everything's not going his way for being a divine masculine, miss. Chances are he's just going backwards. This is like divine retribution. You're an earth angel, and he tried to harm and hurt you and get people involved in hurting you. Again, you could be you, sir. You switch those energies around. What crosses this is the Four of Wands on its side. So see, during this Saturn retrograde, miss or sir, you need to decide, what was your responsibility? Did you just let them hang on to you too long so that you kept being pulled in? And are you deciding you're not going to do that anymore? Especially if it is a narcissist. A really toxic, codependent relationship. You're like, no, I cannot do that for the whole entirety of my life. The rest of my life, when I've only known that person for this long before I had a life, I've only known him this long, and I can't tolerate it being like this anymore. I can't. I love myself. I'm so proud of you. I love myself too much. So this is the Five of Wands after that Four of Wands, where you go on, miss or sir, you go on to attracting like-minded people that are a lot like you, empaths like you are, earth angels like you are, light workers. Like draws light to you. You all have the same similar passions and a different way of approaching it so that you can teach each other. All different walks of life, beliefs. They're the same belief systems, but they have their own, they've added their own local color to what they believe, to what you believe. And then they learn, that they learn something from you. That's a fair exchange of energy, don't you think? Now, what was the other one? Once Grandpa asks you questions about the narcissist behavior and how it makes you feel, Grandpa's wise. They will watch that narcissist start to cruelly devalue you. So they asked you how it made you feel in front of your narcissist, leaving that narcissist twisted in the wind in front of Grandpa. They watch that, or your boss, they watch that narcissist cruelly. They didn't just say some kind of fact or something that you weren't proficient or... Got it? That authority figure will see with their own eyes. Now, this narcissist is only trying to devalue you since you're the person who criticized and disagreed, and then you dared to confront that narcissist in front of your boss or your grandfather about their bad behavior. I told you. Hanged man. Everything just kind of fit into place. And they're like, How did that happen? Queen of Pentacles, this is you. And that authority figure's opinion that you've got it together. You have your act together. You keep everything in your ducks in a row on that bookshelf. Your bookends keep everything just so. I want it. That's the Queen of Pentacles. If you see something you want, this is today during Saturn Retrograde. I want it. It will walk over to you, collective. I'm so proud of you. This is you. Oh, gravity works. Uh-oh. Oh, we lost one. This is the 3. This is you celebrating. That narcissist was exposed, like shine that little flashlight on him. Grandpa was cunning. Grandpa was very cunning in setting this person up. You want to know why it's wise? Grandpa is making that person, I'm calling to account in front of the whole wide world that you tried to do a humiliation ritual on collective. And now Grandpa, or the boss, or whoever the authority figure is, did a reverse humiliation ritual on the narcissist. It's not going to go well for the narcissist. In their own skin, they're a little twitchy about this. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is sweet. This is cherry. You're not speaking ill over a narcissist to get into trouble or anything. They did it to themselves. Because they did, the Chariot. And they got something stuck up there behind you about it too. Just stuck right up there. Metaphorically. What? Okay. Now's the time. You've already started to become empowered. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Now what's this? Page of Wands reversed. Secret. Secret enigma. Secret's out. You're a bully. You tried to set collective up to be reproached, to be chewed out, completely threw you under the bus in such a way it was ridiculous. Page of Wands reversed. It blew back. This didn't go as well as they thought it was going to go. What did you say? For my divine feminine? Okay. Now, Holy Spirit, when I started this morning, he said, you need to use just a smattering of this deck of cards for the divine feminine. Now, you could be, any gender. You can be a male who's really, really in touch with your wisdom. So, the first one is Our Lady of Guadalupe, Miss. Or Sir. The Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times, even when Saturn is retrograde. Oh, Miss Diana, Queen of the Wilderness, actually. Wildness. That's a vibration for Aradia. The language of the natural world. Go out in nature is what that means, Miss. I was out in the garden this morning, Auntie. I know, and I'm proud of you out there. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. It is. Nature is love. You can just feel it. This is my mother tongue. That frequency of love. See, Miss, your frequency of love. That is your mother tongue. You speak of love. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thekla, the prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all timelines and all places. I am my own. I take care of me, myself, and I. And I like it. Queen Esther, I love Esther, that story of Esther. She was a wise divine feminine. Oh my goodness. The morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, not my narcissist or my divine masculine, who's being, what is wrong with you? That's what you want to ask him, is, what is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? I want an answer, and I don't want you to give me poppycock either. I want a real answer. You go for it, girl. And then Mary of Nazareth is the mother of God. You know, you had to be pretty special for God to pick you to do this, one of God's plans. That was a pretty big plan. I am blessed. Yes, you are, miss. My courage gives birth to the divine. That's because you're tied directly to the divine. And you've got really high ranking. And these two knuckleheads be trying really hard to make you out of character, to pull you away from the divine. So you said 6, 2, 5, 11, 12, 13. That's a 4. That's a portal. That's the energy shift. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That's the energy shift that came with Saturn went retrograde on July the 13th. That wasn't too long ago. So this symbolizes life changes and brand new opportunities. Right? What is it? You're on your path. Explore motives for good or bad. That's what you need to be reflecting on. Begin a new cycle of development. You don't want to be off your path. You've already done that. Been there, done that. I got was a stupid t-shirt. Here's your faith, the fool. You're the wanderer. You're the explorer during this Saturn retrograde. You're pleased about it. What? Your most authentic self is manifesting all that you need to remain aligned with your heart space and to stay centered on figuring out, if you don't already know what your divine mission is, and if you do, where do you stand in that timeline? Are you at the beginning and in the middle? Are you at the tail end? This resonates for more need for pampering and self-care. Happy to run into you. Pleased to know you. You make the world a better place. The world's a better place, collective, because you're in it. My divine masculine, my divine feminine. History is forged. Treasures are in place. 6 of Cups, past being able to reminisce. Now then, if you're with a narcissist, he's going to try and pull you back in. Remember. And you're going, no. If this is your divine masculine, miss, at some point, you got time till September 1st. Or February of 2026. That's on your time. Past to reminisce. That means he can remember who he was authentically in the past, that him behaving that way is how he got you to begin with. Not to use an old version of himself, but to learn from what caused the introduction or invitation to the dance. So see, I'm telling you, he's going through some kind of karmic lesson. You hold on to your faith. That was the Fool card. You take action on what you need to take action upon today. As long as it's for your higher good. If it's making you feel drained or crappy, don't do it. This resonates for your love of healing by prioritizing all levels of well-being. If you're okay on the inside, then you have a platform in your own skin to help other people that are in trouble. If your cup is empty, you can't help them. You just can't. What now? Your toxic tried to sacrifice you, miss. That's the two of them. You're a light being. The chariot. We're still doing the chariot. Thank you, Holy Spirit. 7 of Wands. You persevere, you endure. He's got a little Rocky Raccoon. Rocky didn't like that. Said, I'm going to get that boy. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is you moving forward at your own pace. We're still doing it. See, right now you're divine masculine, or you're narcissist. They don't want to grow. They're not growing. They haven't. He hasn't grown in a while. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Cycle and fate. Ooh, what's on this one? Pterodactyl. Pterodactyl and an eagle. A broken arrow. Ooh, broken trust. Snaky snake energy. And look at these. This shows the Earth, and look what's right there is that Saturn retrograde. It's way far, far away from the Earth. How about that? I can't make that up. Your divine masculine thought it was a game, an innocent game. They know inevitably that you will be moving on completely, though. Your narcissist for sure knows it dyed in the wool. But this divine masculine is just, he's learning the lessons, and they're showing him. You're ruining your own destiny with collective. You're supposed to be a power couple. What is wrong with you? For being childish to the nth degree, that's for being a mature communicator, which they're trying to teach your divine masculine. He's got to get back to that. He did this in the beginning, and you noticed he just broke it off. Refused to communicate well. Refused. Silent treatment. Silent treatment. That's abusive. Silent treatment. Abandoned in a bad way, alone. Oh, they're really fighting. Here we go. Oh. No, you don't. No, you don't. You all need to stay put. Because you do. See, gravity works. This is the 10 of Wands reversed. You're unstuck. You're not burdened anymore because you found your most authentic self. Your divine masculine isn't doing that. It's not going inward, and you noticed it, miss. Well, then I'm going to do this. Because we're done with these anyway. Here we go. Ooh, the moon reversed. The 3 of Wands reversed. 10 of Wands reversed. High Priestess reversed. And that's his karmic woman who told him that you were not an earth angel at all, that you were evil, incarnate, collective, and that she was a light worker, an earth angel, or that they were twin flames or something. Or something. That's the 5 of Swords. Them being defeated by this authority figure at work. Four of Swords, to restore and rejuvenate you. That's the, yeah, Five of Swords. You were rejuvenated and restored before this person thought highly of you. This authority figure, your boss. Two of Coins, cryptic, mysterious, no mystery. They were being a butthead. Because they were. Knight of Coins. Reversed, not taking action on the commitment with you. Big or small or in between. Isn't taking action with you, only scheming to harm you with that woman. Knight of Coins. Anchor, essence, not an anchor to each other. Not an essence to each other. Fighting. And will continue to fight in the future. The Moon reversed. I'll pick them up, don't you worry. This is the Magician reversed, Sorcerer, Alchemist. You're the alchemist. You take all this dross and pain and nonsense and you change that energy. You turn pain into taking your power through the roof. Moon reversed. They think they're going to get away with this, that there's no danger up ahead. Well, if this is a coworker who did this to you at work, they are in danger of losing their job. Because they are. The Hanged Man again, to transcend and evolve. They weren't transcending and evolving when they threw you under that bus. They were being tacky. That one's the Three of Wands. Trying to stop you from claiming your blessings, trying to stop you from moving forward, trying to stop you cold. Where you're stagnant, where you can't move in any direction, that you're trapped, that you're stagnant, that you're... Well, no. Here we got the Moon. We got the Moon for this card. Lunacy, delusion. They're delulu, is what it says on this card. See, it's the Moon. And they thought this was some kind of a game. Three of Wands. 10 of Wands reversed. That's you being unburdened. This card is what I said about you. Whatever your obligations or responsibility is to these connections, like at work and stuff, or if it's personal, family member, you're not burdened by it. You're maintaining your inner peace. High Priestess reversed. You're attaining goals. You're protecting your love and your wealth, your home, your family, your tradition. You're flowing with life's pathos and life's laughter. That's you. Page of Cups, unearthly and mystical is what your divine masculine was, down to earth. It was magical in the beginning because he was accepting of his most authentic self. He was, when you met him, he was doing work on his inner world. And then she came into the picture. She's the Page of Cups, to make sure that he never had an offer. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That he could never give you a true offer of love. No, never. We had a question, who's the master puppet master? Who's the master manipulator? Not your divine masculine. If you're with a narcissist, it would be your narcissist. But no, miss, this is that woman. It's that woman. She's manipulating all of this. Your finances come to completion. You have a good, happy ending. You enjoy life's pleasures until February of 2026. Wishes granted. Relationship is in a good place with yourself. And then you will be receptive and your soul will attract this divine masculine in if it's meant to be. This is the Nine of Cups. Wishes, desires. Wishes come in true for you, but not her. What about her? Eight of Cups. He's shy and timid. He doesn't really know how he's supposed to walk away from her. He's a crab. A hermit crab. He wants to take up, they have some kind of home together, miss. You need to go into meditation and look at that. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm going to do it this way. Hold on. I'm sorry. Here, we'll do it this way. We'll keep going. Queen of Cups, that's you. Hierophant. Them hanging on with their toes. And all their fingers grasping it, trying to hang on. It's getting away from them. Someone could lose their job if this was at work. You're the last person they threw under a bus. You say the Hierophant reverse. This is divine retribution right here. Getting it, coming and going here. You don't care if Saturn's retrograde, they're getting some karma today. Five of Cups. Ooh, crying over spilled milk. Distance. It's almost surreal what they're going. The fights are surreal. And such a toxic fog going at each other with all their might and main. Outmoded dreams about a person, place, or thing. He wants to ditch her, and she don't want to be ditched. This draws strength. You draw strength from one another instead of lost dreams. Okay, miss, that one tells me that in the future he learns something. He grows to a certain degree. And the two of you are able to draw strength from one another instead of drawing strength from your lost dreams. Oh, that can be interpreted a couple of ways. You do come back together, but we both know we can't, whatever the dream was in the beginning was a good thing, but it's outmoded now. There should be a different dream. There should have been some growth, that you were going to build something together that's stable. That was the lost dream. So that's like clean slate is what I'm picking up. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That when that time comes, that could be next February. That could be September 1st. Got it? We can't try to reconstitute these lost dreams. We have to be in the present tense and magnetize our souls through our most authentic self. That's what that means. Them hanging on. She's hanging on to him. He's clamoring and hanging on to you. Ten of Cups reversed. Until he does some work. Some of you, the reason you're not with your narcissist is they never did the work. You did all the heavy lifting. You did all the adapting. You became mutable. They just became more and more obnoxious about it. doubling down. Ten of Cups, blending and melding, not. That's like oil and water. They're like oil and water. And you're being honest with yourself, Miss. The way he's acting, are you and he also blending like oil and water? That you really have to shake it up that hard, and then you're all emulsified and blended together until it separates itself out every single time. That's how it works. But this is them, Four of Cups. Opportunity to change. That would be that they need to be away from each other. They're not good for each other. They're not. Queen of Wands, to theorize and calculate. She's upside down. This is her. This is her really hanging on. He knows he can cut her loose. But he's not sure, Miss, that you're going to exactly take him back. Open arms or not. To theorize, to calculate. Oh, that's a net. I have to clear that energy. Her energy is so nasty. Nine of Wands. Dazed and confused. That's in the here and now. They've been fighting so hard. They're knocking their senses out of each other by talking over each other, arguing. You know, they just so nobody can understand what they can't get a word. It's all garbled. That's the divine. That's part of that karma. Dazed and confused. Tightrope walker. Health for you is balanced spiritually, mentally, and physically for you, collective. Those two are sick in the head. They need to go to the doctor. They need to stop fighting. Is what they need to do. Judgment. They're under a judgment. They're under a judgment. The other card slipped off. That means they weren't part of this reading. Got it? Hard work pays off for you at the workplace. They tried to get an authority figure to go after you, to take you down a notch or two at work, and it blew back on them. Or this card is a romance. Eight of Wands, to exceed and surpass. It could also be a romance works and you have at long last love. At long last love, collective. So again, Miss, that could be, it's an alligator. Ooh, that's an alligator. That's crocodile tears. You be careful if he, in desperation, if he doesn't just, those aren't real tears. They're crocodile tears to get him out of trouble and to get you back, get what he wants. Well, to be away from her, I know that. But should he come to you correct, Miss, Eight of Wands, that's the arrows of love that you reconstitute. If anything can reconstitute or refresh with your divine masculine, that would be the Most High, the divine. And Three of Cups, celebration, fruition. What else? High Priestess. What? Goddess rules. Ready? Listen up. You're like E.F. Hutton. People stop and listen when you talk, collective. You have a lot of wisdom to say, ancient wisdom. Oh, here's an owl. Being able to see in the dark at angles that most people can't achieve. Be able to see things in the dark. Emperor, this is the overlord. This is supremacy. This is a marriage on. Congratulations, those of you decided that you're engaged and you're announcing it, or you've sent out the invitations, the marriage is on. But it means longevity in a relationship that will endure to old age. Judgment, again, we got judgment. Awaken, metamorphosis, see? Miss, you've made decisions before, or sir, and everything turned out brilliantly. So why is now any different? Why? Why is it any different now? Because in the past, what you cultivated was prolific. Minding your own business and doing your thing and being happy. You'll do whatever it takes to get what you want, to clear your heart space, and to embrace your most authentic self. Or this is a deceiver who steals communication. Seven of Swords. That's being smarmy, opportunist, sneaky, lying, cheating, thieving. Breakthrough. Ace of Swords. Powerful dynamic with you, miss. Breakthrough. Breakthrough in love with a Libra to balance this. This is a challenge. You face a challenge, some of you. Some of you face an atomic reaction. You seek the truth. You seek justice. You stuck up for yourself, what your grandfather or boss was looking for. You were thrown under the bus and they thought, well, you're going to just be thrown under the bus, aren't you, collective? No. You stuck up for yourself. You defended yourself using the truth. They were lying on you. That was not the truth. Wisdom brings quick results in Aquarius. God's truth in love. God's truth in a challenge. God's truth with clarity and a clear conscience. You know your worth. Your worth is powerful. Your worth is dynamic, and I'm so proud of you for realizing that. They're just sneaky. Sneaky. Ten of Coins reversed. Stealing your time, your love, your resources, sometimes your money, literally. But I'm picking up on your energy, your resources that you need for your sake, to use for you. Won't take happiness at a price, miss. That's the deal breaker. Some of you realize you're in a hollow marriage, which causes one partner to leave the marriage bed. Now, miss, again, this could be what happened with your divine masculine. She lured him away. Well, that's lust. And if love isn't in the equation, once that, and it burns off quickly, oh, what do you have? You don't. What? Knight of Wands. Shapeshift to change. This is an angry a-hole, a child man, a man-child. That's what I feel like. I feel through this whole reading that Holy Spirit is telling me, and I'm telling you, for whatever reason, what's it called? Infantile regression vibration. He just he's trying to crawl right back into the... I bet you his mother's not up for that. He's a full-grown ass man. You can't go back. No. That is impossible to do, but he's trying to like recapture when he was like a child and could, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have a job unless it's, throwing newspaper route or something, a kid job. They're just supposed to go to school and play. And it's like he wants a piece of that pie again. Wait until he's in his 60s or 70s for the second childhood. He's ready at whatever age he is now. What, 28? How old is he? How old is he, miss or sir, or her? How old are they, you two? Just being a major Oh. Six of Wands, that's your success. Archetype, Victor. Oh, this is a bear. Bear suit. Own the merry-go-round. You own the merry-go-round. So anytime you want to say, stop the merry-go-round, you get off your little horse. And you walk over to where the brass ring is and you pull it down. Then you go get back on your horse. You say, start it up. And you go, I got the brass ring, because you own the merry-go-round. These are building traditions of your own, in your own skin, and with a new person. And oh yes, please. Yes, can we please go do that? This is beneficial on all levels. I'm sorry. Took my apothecary out of my notebook. I needed a notebook. Here we go. Well, now, let's look at these on the floor, shall we? They said we really don't need them, but here, maybe it's a recount of your outcome. Which ones fell off of here? Ooh, the Seven of Cups. Those two opportunists. Or if you are with a narcissistic person, it's being shown to you that they were out to wreck your heart, to ruin your peace, to give you a cup with a snake in it, and to block you. Well, the Seven of Cups for you is you forge your own traditions. You are the keeper of your heart space, so you keep it pretty clean and pure in there. The lotus flower, that's your spirituality, that they tried to, they think so highly of themselves, they think that they can deprive you, or by just telling you to, cut you off from the divine. Tried to cut you off from your spirit guides, your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors. The snake in the cup is the out of the blue blame twisting, gaslighting, future faking. But namely, they're in trouble for trying to block you because you work for the divine and you're supposed to be doing specific things that they were jamming you up so you couldn't. That's like telling the universe and God and the divine and everybody that they don't know what they're doing, but only this broken human being does. Page of Cups. Broken human being. Dead fish in that cup. That was and a crab and a starfish. Starfish dissolving from all the acidity in its environment. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And the sun, that's you. Now, the Page of Cups, for some of you, congratulations. You either started a new project, or you just got pregnant, or you just, oh my God, you made it to full term so you can finally see what that baby looks like. You know, not from the little picture they give you from the ultrasound, but you get to see what that baby looks like. So, I think we're going to leave it there. Let's see how well I did. I do love you, collective. I thank you so much for coming and spending time with me. I love you for that. So, let's see what we did. Ooh, for me, this is pretty gosh darn good, don't you think? Well, now, you do not force anything that doesn't jive with you or fit into your world. Don't you force anything that I'm talking about. And you will find, a lot of you will find, there's someone in your life that you're like, you know, this sounds like my great niece. She's got a divine masculine that's doing this stuff, so share my video with your great niece. You're manifesting because on my channel we are all multidimensional little creatures. We're light workers. And you come here every day. You bring your spirit team with you. And we are close-knit working with your angels and ancestors. So on that note, I'm going to keep trying it this way. I only have one job, and that's to make one video every day because I love you. So you got that, and you have a really great day. We'll start a new deck tomorrow, so that was a brand new deck, the Crow. So it's so slick, and it keeps sliding off of the table. But I love you. Namaste.